Hey guys, yep, once again, Dark Souls video. And once again, it's a test, though I think this actually came out pretty well. I've been messing with Hypercam. The last recording I didn't look too good. This time, it's better. I didn't have the speed up problems with me having to slow it down anymore and such. And I did have some problems with the codecs, though. The last time I did it, I realized somebody told me that I needed to switch my codec to a different one. Thank you for, I'm sorry I forgot your name, but thanks for pointing that out to me. And another problem, and right now my character right now is, by the way, this is one of my characters that I'm actually playing for real. This is not the Yo-Man character. This is Silva, and I'm actually testing her out to come up with a Dex intelligence character, dexterity intelligence build. I basically want her to be really fast and speedy using quick dexterity weapons, but with a decent amount of intelligence for some spells. So think melee magician, I guess. And I started her out as a thief. I picked the thief's class for her. Did pretty well with her. As you can see, I already have her Drake sword. And I've already taken care of the Titanite demon down here. I recorded the footage. Actually, well, I thought I recorded the footage down here with the Titanite demon, and then it turns out that I didn't, which gets back to what I was talking about with working with the codecs. By the way, yes, we are in the Darkroot area. I've always thought this was a rather beautiful place in this game. I'm taking out the wannabe Ents. Every time I'm down here, though, it reminds me of the Crash Bandicoot commercials from long ago. Remember, I'm always talking about the lush, organic environments, lush 3D environments. Every time I'm down here, I just get reminded of that. Crash Bandicoot games didn't look nowhere near this good, anyway. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, this particular run, I was going to grab the Longbow, and I was just doing it mostly, not just to grab the Longbow and the leather armor, which I'm not bothering to give. This character's not going to wear the leather armor. I like what she's wearing right now. But I was just using this to test the footage and test out the codec settings that I was going with. The original settings that I was using with Hypercam 2 just weren't working well for me. So I was trying to find something else, and someone told me about using Fraps, but Fraps, to get those codecs, you got to grab the Fraps program itself and pay for that. And right now, I just don't have the money for that. So I was trying to find some other codec. And yeah, just looking over, getting rid of the Ents. I found one that I thought at first was going to solve all my problems. It's called the Lagarith Lossless Video Codec. And it's gorgeous. I mean, I love the fact that despite, it's a lossless codec. Oh yeah, before I even get into that, let me get into this area for anybody who doesn't know it. This area is extremely important for, anyone trying to level up quick or for beginners. That door there, we're going to need to open up. This is a hidden wall, which reveals a bonfire, which is going to be something of a base of operations for me. I saved here. I basically had her sit down there because in case I got killed getting the bow, I'd be able to start right back here and go again. But that door that you saw locked, opening that up is extremely important for beginners because that leads to probably one of the best level up places in the game. One of them anyway. But we need to collect 20,000 souls to do it. And we get the key to open it from the blacksmith that you saw earlier. The Crest of Artorias opens up that door. Okay, now you're just going to go back and kill some more Ents and go and get that longbow and the leather armor. And bump into Mr. Black Knight down there, which is the reason why this video is as long as it is. Anyway, like I was saying, I was going for the Lagarith Lossless Codec, and it worked great. There was no loss in the footage whatsoever. And I was all set to use it until I recorded my footage, and then I saw that it played like ass when I tried to play it back. It was just too choppy. I'm not using, the best computer out there. I mean, when I built this machine, it was decent 5 years ago. So, I mean, even though I'm upgrading it and such, it just couldn't handle the high def resolutions that I had it at. It played choppier than an episode of Jan Can Cook. Okay, it's choppier than that. Yep, Darkroot Basin. So I had to find something else, and it's not the best thing in the world, but I finally just worked. I just finally settled with DFF show, and that's what you're seeing right now. This is the result. Yep, found another one of these little lizards. You want to kill those things as soon as you find them because they disappear on you quick. But if you can catch them, those little things they leave behind, like the twinkling titanite and all that, are used to upgrade really good weapons in this game. For those of you again who haven't played it, so when you find them, kill them, because later on you're going to find some really good weapons that can only be upgraded with the materials that you get off those lizards. Now, granted, you can get those materials elsewhere, but they're really hard to get, and the lizards are some of the easiest ways to get them. Anyway, going down here, this is where we find. You see, you just drop down here, and boom, leather armor. That's really the hunter set, actually, that armor there. If you start off with the hunter class, you'll end up with that armor. But the longbow is, it's really useful. I didn't equip myself here with it yet, but the next time you see her, you know, if she goes further into the game, she will have it equipped. Now I just dropped down here because that was the only place to go. I couldn't really head back up, and this is when we're going to bump into a certain problem. See, I was heading all the way down, and I should have just headed right back up. I don't know why it kept going down. I think I was looking for something. Not sure what. And I love that. Be wary of Dark Wraith. No, it's not the Dark Wraith. It's Black Knight. Boom. And he's using the Dark Knight halberd. And I tried to do a backstab, and it didn't work out very well, as you can see. And he's still just swinging away, just like, nah, she's not. It's not good enough that she's dead. We need to kill her and make sure she's not in one piece. So now, if all I cared about was just getting the armor and the longbow, then I would have just left that alone and just went back on my merry little way back up there to collect as many souls as I needed to open up that door. But no, that Dark Knight made it personal for me. I was a bit upset that I couldn't get the backstab off, and then, I mean, I didn't really need to go back down there. It wasn't enough. It was only a couple thousand souls. I could make that back easy, but it was just like, you know what? No. This is personal. I need to kill that bastard. So I'm gonna head back down there after slaughtering these wannabe Ents and, yeah, settle the score, so to speak. I don't like Black Knights. They get on my nerves in this game. So when I see one, I tend to have to want to, you know, kill them right off. Now, granted, if you're, you know, a beginner in this game, hunting Black Knights isn't exactly an activity that I would recommend you engage in. They can be quite tough. But if you do know the combat engine fairly well in this game, if you're at least an intermediate player, then yeah, hunting Black Knights for fun and profit and revenge isn't a bad idea. Especially since you can get some pretty good gear off of them. Like the first Black Knight you take down, if you're lucky, you'll end up with the Black Knight sword, which is one of the better great swords in the game. In fact, I got a couple of builds just based around that sword. And this particular bastard has the Black Knight halberd, which several people consider to be one of the better weapons in the game. I personally have not used it, but, you know, one of these days I might. So, yep, I'm heading right back down to show these bastards who's boss. And yes, I'm still using the target shield. I probably should have switched shields when going after this guy for straight blocking, but I decided not to. So, yep, that's where I died. So you know who's around the corner. You know who's waiting there to ambush me. And there he is. Now, if you notice, I'm moving now. I'm trying to go to better ground to fight him. And I could have done a plunging attack from there, but I decided I was going to try to play it safe. Well, there I was trying to sneak a quick backstab, and then I came to my senses and started backing up. It's best when you're fighting these guys to pick better ground. Don't fight them on their terms. You know, pick better places. So here, I was able to get my strategy going, and right away, we got a good start. Blade in the kidneys. And again, just handling them. That right there, that was a thing of beauty. I actually did not plan for that. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't plan for that, but man, was that a sweet kill. That's probably the best kill I have ever gotten on a Black Knight. And yeah, I had to go with the joy emote there. That was just sweet. In fact, when I first did that, I ended up like cackling madly. I was laughing so loud and so hard at that because I didn't expect that to happen. And that's one of the reasons why, like, when I kicked him off the cliff, I was expecting him to come right back up. So I was like looking down there to see at what angle he was going to come back up, but then I see the message that I got, the gear, and I was laughing like mad. It was that was one of the better kills that I've ever done on a Black Knight, and I got the halberd on top of it, which again isn't a weapon that I usually use, but it was nice to get it anyway. Who knows? Maybe I might, if it's a weapon that works with Dex. I don't think it is, but if it is, maybe I will let her use it. But my plan with her is actually to make her use long swords. Back into the Darkroot Garden, chop down some more walking trees. One thing that's kind of worrying me though, and you guys are probably, I mean, I'm uploading this on YouTube and I've already had to compress this a bit. Plus I recorded this at 25 frames per second. But even on my machine when I was running this, I was noticing a frame rate drop as I was running through here. And that worries me because sooner or later we're going to end up in Blight Town, which is a real frame rate killer if there ever was an area in this game. And I do not want to go through Blight Town if my machine is beginning to struggle just by going through the Darkroot areas. So I'm seriously going to have to think about investing in another video card. I already got a couple in mind that I want to go with that aren't going to cost me much, a couple of $200 models, which will probably, help me out with playing the game at better resolutions and being able to handle what this game's going to throw at me. Here, I'm just like looking through stuff. Really, he really doesn't have anything I want other than the arrows and the crest, of course. Oh yeah, and the Armor Smith box. I don't think I bought it yet. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember. Maybe I did. I don't remember. If he had it, I would have bought the scimitar off of him because that's a really good dex weapon to use with this character. But she's mostly going to be using longswords. And again, I sit down. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I do know why. So I could make this my base of operations because I'm basically going to be grinding here for a while before going up the church tower. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope this footage looked decent for you. I'm going to tweak things a bit more, but for now, this is how I'm going to be setting it up. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and my characters and I, thank you for watching, and take care, people. I'll catch you guys later. Oh man! Oh wow!